All right, Cubs fam, it's Rogue Actions time, Monday morning, bright and early. Heinzie's here, all the way from down under. Heinzie, how are you doing? Did you have a good weekend?
Cubs, good morning, buddy. I've had a wonderful weekend. Very, very busy weekend with some good little GAC action, man. Had a great time at it. And yeah, we're back again for another full week. And boy, have we had some news drop late last week, man.
Yeah, we've got, it's funny, I didn't even get a chance to make a video on the road ahead because they dropped it so late. I had checked in for the day. I was out with friends. It was like there was no way that I was going to be able to get back to make a video. I saw the post and I went, oh, I want to make a video on this. So anyway, we got lots to talk about with that. But before we get into it, we have got a meme of the week. Now, I wasn't going to do another one of these Reface app memes, but I saw this one and it was too good not to share. All right, you guys ready for this? Here we go. Heinzie's Anakin and me as Batman.
Oh, honestly, I think that's probably the best I've ever looked. I'm not gonna lie. That's a pretty hot looking unit. Look at that guy. How could you say no to that guy?
I'm like a woman with a mustache. I think Natalie Portman wore it better. Let's be clear here.
And that wore it better.
Oh, man. All right, so enough of that. We got the road ahead here, and this is, now I think we can comfortably say, best road ahead we've seen in years.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable saying best ever road ahead, but best in a very long time. We hit on several topics: the 5th anniversary, shard economy changes, a big announcement drop of challenge tier raids, which sound a lot like just a totally new raid, just with kind of an old, some old knockbacks to the obviously Rancor raid, some Mandalorian season 2 teasers, a new big character teased. Moff Gideon, who happens to be a marquee character. They teased also they've got some other Beskar, save for some surprises. So teasers there. And then also addressing the future of galactic challenges. Holy crap, Heinzie. And there's so much in here, so much that I'm pleased with. And I feel like every week now, for a long time, we've been hailing a lot of new decisions CG's been making, which has been just such a refreshing pace of change. So, Heinzie, the question I want to kind of discuss here is 2020 now officially a comeback year for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes?
Answer to that is simple. Yes.
I agree.
And I would honestly say about halfway through this year, it would have been a no. Let's be clear.
It would have been like maybe the game's dying kind of discussion.
Well, those videos came out. Is the game dying? We saw them out there and about the place.
We all made one.
But that was totally understandable. But that was totally understandable because there was a massive disconnect and a lack of communication in what was going on in the game at that time. All we were getting were pack drops and Galactic Legend drops, and that was their main and only focus. And then they sprinkled a bit of Mando content out there, which we believe was really late. I thought that should have come a lot sooner, closer to when season 1 came out. So that just felt like an afterthought, and everyone was thinking, oh, you know what? This is getting a bit flat. This is getting a bit tired. And that was totally understandable. Well, from about August onwards, from when we got that Vader rework, hasn't there been massive turnaround since that point?
From the Vader rework on, it's been nothing but good. And now with this road ahead, I'm calling this a comeback year for Galaxy of Heroes. Now, obviously, they still need to deliver on some promises they're making. There's still some caveats to this, but the chips are laid, in my humble opinion. Shard economy changes, amazing. They've teased doing some gear changes, addressing the gear grind. Challenge tier raids. It remains to be seen what that looks like, but a big thing we've been asking for is a new raid. Now, even if it is a challenge tier raid, there's going to be new mechanics. There's going to be new graphics for this. It's going to feel new and fresh in a lot of ways. Maybe not as good as a totally new raid, but still some new PvE content to work on. And then, of course, we've got Galactic Challenges getting they're teasing a lot of updates to Galactic Challenges. And I'm just sitting here thinking, what else did we want? Heinzie, please tell me, what else did we want for this game?
We got what we wanted, and that was an answer.
Yeah.
We got communication. That's all we wanted. What was in it?
Doja Fett. We asked for communication. We asked for content. We asked for, we've asked for the gear crunch to be addressed, and it hasn't been addressed yet, but they are.
Yeah.
They've given us an idea with this shard economy change thing more than ever of what they might do with gear crunch with addressing the gear crunch. I've never seen anything kind of come together more than it is now, and so I've got more hope that they'll address the gear crunch over. What are some? I'm trying to think. What are some other big things we complained about?
Look, obviously the gear was one. Yeah, paywall. I mean, there's still issues with the game. Let's be honest. There's still things
let's be
to
clear.
address. We're not saying
it's
all done. We're back in business. We're ready to go. Everything's going to be better from here. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is I like that we're hearing things again. That's what we missed. And if we might be disappointed with what we see, we might love what we see. Either way, there's not much we can do to control that. We don't make this game. What we do, though, is try and give our thoughts on what we would want, because as we've said before, give the people what they want, they keep coming back for more, right? And we love this game and we want it to be fantastic and amazing for all of us. That's all we genuinely want out of this game and the people around it. We're seeing positivity. We're seeing the road ahead. This was an actual road ahead. You can see that, okay, we're working on this, and this. We've addressed these. We've seen there's problems. We understand it. We're working on it. We know that now. We know that they're sort of hearing us. I'm not saying that they're bowing down to us, but they're starting to hear that things aren't right, and we know that they're not right, and we're going to work on them. And that's all we want to hear, because now there is that, not accountability, but that structure going forward that we know that things are happening. And that's what we didn't know up until now.
And I think what is so refreshing to me is that it seems like everything they've done is like, boom, that's responding to community feedback. Boom, that's responding to community feedback. And boom, that's responding to community feedback. And for the longest time, I think my deepest frustration with CG has been, I wanted them to listen to us and show us that they're listening to us and do something about it. And now it feels so good to actually see that transpire. But here's the question, though, for you, Heidzi. I was thinking about this. Play a little bit of devil's advocate to our eternal optimism right now.
Here we go.
How much of this is Capital Games has sucked so thoroughly for so long that now we're just singing their praises because they're finally doing something? Like, is our bar just too low for them that this feels so amazing, or do you think this is legitimately good?
Okay, how do I answer that truthfully and realistically? Okay, yes, we've been kicked around the nuts. Okay, that's an Australian way of putting it. We've been kicked in the nuts time and time again.
Nuts is an Australian word? You guys don't have
use
a
it
monopoly.
everywhere, probably. No. We just, we say, well, kicked in the balls, kicked in the nuts, kicked in the knackers, whatever you want. Kicked in the knackers. There we go. That's one for us down here.
Knackers might be more Australian, yeah.
That's more Australian knackers. Yeah, that works. That works. But look, it's more of a case of, yes, we've had a lot of negative things happen, and for whatever reason, it is what it is. But they didn't have to come out and do this road ahead again. They could have done a vanilla road ahead like they've done in the past. And that's the point. I mean, in the past, we'd have got, a couple of lines, and that was about it. A couple of picks, done. Gideon's coming out, that'll do. Bang, that's it. Done. Move on and get back to something else. They've been a lot more thorough with their input and their content that they're going to bring to us. And I like what I see. This is all that we want. We just want the best way to put it. Star Wars theme. Stay on target. Stay on target.
Stay on target.
That's what we want. Keep it coming. Keep it coming, because we want to engage. It's all about engagement, right? This game is all about engagement. And the community is all about engagement. So use that to your advantage, guys. Use it to your advantage and keep bringing that positivity, because we want to be positive about this. We don't want to be sitting here,
and I think it's fair.
Our game. We just don't.
I'm sure there's people sitting at home, wherever they are watching Rogue Actions right now, thinking, oh, these guys are just... They're eating it out of CG's hand. I'm not buying it yet.
No.
I've been burned too long. And I think that's fair. And I think it's a good opportunity for anybody at CG watching and paying attention to keep it up. Because obviously, I think we're really happy with what's going on now. Do I believe that CG is just miraculously a amazing video game company now? I'm not necessarily buying everything yet. But if this continues... and it keeps continuing, and this is how things are going forward, then people will buy it eventually. I think it's just going to take a while to sell people on getting there. And I think something I was suspicious of, because they mentioned late last year, I think it was, they kind of alluded to a framework issue We were talking about it. We were digesting it. They told us about the Unity upgrade. And we had a very, very stale first part of the year. Now, I think what actually happened is what you and me speculated on, Heinze, I believe, was that they just needed a half of a year to figure their crap out, and that it meant that they couldn't do anything almost. They still did things, like they still gave us Jedi Luke in that time, but they needed to bring in the new system before they could really start seeing their goals and their desires come to fruition. And I now, while I really wish, assuming that's the case, always a mystery what's going on at CG, but assuming that is the case, I really wish that they would have told us, hey, next 6 months, gonna be bland, just so you can set the expectation right. And then just so you know, once we get this settled, it's going to really speed up. But now that we're through that, I think things could have gone better if they had communicated that, assuming that's the case. But now it seems like we're through that, and I'm glad that they took the time.
Yep, totally. And I was going to say that if they had have said back then, right, they kept denying that they had a framework issue. We all knew they did. We all knew they did.
They said
they're the only
did.
ones that, they did. But then they came out too long. If they had have sent that post 2 months prior saying, guys, we do have a framework issue, we are working on it, it's going to take a bit of time to get our butt in gear and get all this sorted, there would have been so much more positivity because we understand why. And that was the thing. We were, as you know, we were fed in the dark. We were left in the dark. We were kept in the dark as a community. And if you do that and you don't engage, as we were saying, well, people are automatically going to think the worst, aren't they? I mean, that's just nature.
Then again, from a business perspective, I'm thinking also, imagine telling your customers, hey, next 6 months, we're not going to do very much. Maybe their logic there, I'm just playing devil's advocate again, maybe the logic there is that's not the kind of communication we want to do. And so, I don't know. Either way,
maybe not.
We're on the end of it. They've got the upgrade in there. They're updating things. Capital Games, if you're hearing my voice right now, please keep this up. Keep up with the communication. Keep bringing the content. Keep listening to people. Addressing quality of life stuff in the game. Addressing the shard crunch. Now addressing the gear crunch soon. More content. I'm hoping that this challenge tier raid can either serve as a springboard into doing completely new raids, help give you guys an idea on how to balance those galactic legends in raids, or do challenge tier raids for the other raids at a minimum. So, Heinze, moving on to our last subject of the day. We do see in this Road Ahead post, I already called it out, but in the Mandalorian content section, they've said, we've still got a few ingots of Beskar, save for some surprises, and there may be a few more friends coming from the Mandalorian yet. And so, I want to tell you guys right now, we are going to talk spoilers for all of... We're going to talk spoilers for Mandalorian. And so, everyone, if you are not up to date on Mandalorian, please pause the video and come back after you are 100% up to date. As I am recording this video right now, we are through 3 episodes of Season 2. I've given you plenty of time to get out of the video. Plenty of time. Now, Heinze.
Yeah, man.
What characters do you think we could see in Galaxy of Heroes from Mandalorian now?
Bo-Katan, yesterday. Do it. Just do it. Just do it. Bring them out. I want all 3 of them. I want all 3 of them. I want that beautiful blue Beskar, baby. I want it all over a game. Just bring them yesterday, please.
You
Give
sound
us
like
the
you're crying.
Mandalorian tag. I'm thrilled, honestly. No, look, I love that. I spun out. I watched that episode with our boy Toyota. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It was fantastic. They are getting this season so right on so many levels. We know number 2 was a bit of a filler. We know that, but that was the Baby Yoda show. How can you not enjoy our boy Baby Yoda?
I mean,
alone,
it was pretty similar to Season 1, Episode 2. But Season 1, Episode 3 was the one where we're all like, and the same thing for this one, only better. And then, of course, we got the Ahsoka Tano name drop. And there's also a lot of variables like, could we be getting into what happened to Ezra and Thrawn here? That's also very possible. But I think at a minimum, they did tease here. We've got a few ingots of Beskar, save for some surprises. I'm just trying to think here. Who else could that be other than Bo-Katan? I think they're telling us that we're going to get Bo-Katan. We're gonna get the maybe. I mean, Boba Fett obviously is one that has kind of been overshadowed by Bo-Katan and the name drop of Ahsoka Tano here. But he doesn't have his Beskar armor for now. But I guess Mandalorian has it, so maybe Din is going to give it to Boba. Maybe we could get another version of Boba too. Imagine getting a new version of Boba and a new version of Bo-Katan and a new version of Ahsoka Tano.
Oh, and you know what? Another one that I reckon would be really cool would be the Marshal. I'd love to see the Marshal as well.
Cobb Vanth, is that his name?
Yeah, Cobb Vanth. Bring him as well. He was fantastic
and his
in
hair,
that particular episode.
Yeah,
and he's going to be back.
The best old dude hair I've ever seen in my life.
Timothy Oliphant, fantastic actor. Highly recommend it. Again, I think we're going to see him back at some point. Bring him in as well.
Yeah.
In the Boba armor, like, you know, without the helmet, just the armor. Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah,
that'd be great. I love it. It'd be amazing.
There's so many more. I mean, they've really blown, and just kind of to talk about Mandalorian in general, kind of veer just a little bit away from the Galaxy of Heroes chat. That episode blew wide open what the Mandalorian could end up becoming. The show.
That's right.
The Mandalorian. I mean, I've always been wondering, like, where is this going? It's just the Baby Yoda Mando show. He's gonna try to save Baby Yoda, but now the puzzle pieces are starting to come together, and you've got Mandalorian, who's part of this, what I assume is the remnants of Death Watch.
Yes.
Bo-Katan specifically said the Watch, so it's possible those are different, but I'm pretty sure it's Death Watch, especially because the Mandalorians who rescued Din in the flashbacks had the Death Watch emblem on their armor. And so you've got the extremist Death Watch. You've got the more passive side of Mandalore, which obviously Bo-Katan represents, her sister Satine, who used to rule Mandalore, was more on the passive side, and they've obviously been in conflict. And you've got Bo-Katan specifically saying in the episode, "We're stronger when we are together."
We are together.
The Mandalorian,
it was so good.
What I believe the Mandalorian is going to end up being about is Din being the catalyst to Mandalorians coming together and taking back Mandalore. And that to me, you go from a show that's already very good to a show that is like, whoa, sign me up, baby. Like it is just getting, the potential here is incredible. And then of course, what is Ahsoka going to tell Din? I cannot wait to find out.
Bring it. Just bring it.
I hate to break this to you, but I highly, highly doubt that we see Ahsoka in the next episode.
No, I reckon it'll be another one after that at least.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit further. Yeah, no, definitely not next episode because they build it up too much now. They're gonna string us for at least a week, or 2 weeks minimum, or so till the next one for sure. But we'll see how that all plays out. And of course, we've got Moff Gideon. We're going to talk in my video about Moff Gideon coming as well. One of the best bad guys in TV history. I'm a big fan of Breaking Bad. I love a bit of Gus Fring. He was fantastic.
Dude, Gus is the man.
Oh, he was brilliant. So to have our boy Moff Gideon as well.
He's also a villain in The Boys. You've seen The Boys, right?
Oh man, you know what? I'm watching The Boys right now. I'm loving it.
Are you in season
I'm
1 or 2?
Right now. I'm just into the end of season 1.
Okay, season 2. You'll see Gus in season 1 or season 2. I mean, I love this. This artwork is very, very satisfying to look at. We obviously got the Darksaber prominently featured, and so I can only assume that he's. What I'm hoping is, like, obviously Darksaber's already in the game. Sabine Wren uses it on her first special, but she doesn't sit there wielding it, right? So I'm kind of hoping that Gus,
he's going to swing the saber.
Gideon,
he's going to swing it.
Is just 100% saber, but I feel like they'll probably use both.
I know.
And only marquee. Oh, he's only a marquee character, and so who would the legendary be potentially? Could Bo-Katan be the legendary?
Oh, maybe. I mean,
maybe
I think
Ahsoka, or maybe. They do say a few ingots of Beskar, so maybe we'd get a second Mandalorian and the full Beskar garb.
I'm betting on full Mando. I'm betting on full Beskar Mando. Yeah, I think so. I mean, look how many, how many Lukes we got, how many Anakins we got. You know, like, it's all good. I mean, we can have another Mando.
We can have one Mando for each season. One Mando for each season, right?
Yeah, how many Lukes we got? We got heaps. So why not? Give me another Mando.
Do we have
Beskar.
9 Lukes yet?
Oh, who knows? I can't keep up. Honestly, I can't keep count. There's too many.
I think we've got, hold on. We've got 4 Lukes, right? You've got Farm Boy. You've got Commander Luke, Jedi Luke,
CLS,
and
Jedi Luke.
Jedi Master. So 4 Lukes.
Yeah, 4 Lukes.
Awesome.
4 Lukes.
All right, guys. Make sure to get over to Heinz's video. We're going to be discussing Moff Gideon, other new raids potentially, and as always, the viewer's choice over there. Heinzie, thanks so much for joining me for the video. You have anything you want to say to the fam before we jump out?
No, I love the Cubs, fam. Thanks very much. Come and see the other half. You've only seen half of it. That's the best bit. We've still got more to go. So come and hang out with us, and thanks for watching this video. Of course, guys, hit our boy up, Cubs on Twitch. If you don't, you know where he is. Find his server in the description below. Give him a sub if you haven't already. Give him a massive thumbs up. The boy loves
so
his
many thumbs
up.
up.
So give him those. Give
Go
him
now.
more thumbs up. Give him more thumbs up than anyone's ever
thumbs
given
up.
anyone
Go.
thumbs up. Let's be honest.
Go.
So get it done.
Go
Thumb
now.
it, baby. Get it done. Do it.